Hey yo, what up, what up, what up? It's Lamech with Salah Sports TV. What up, fans of the fucking sport? Yeah, we had some fights last night. I don't know how good they were, but we did have some fights. And anytime we have fights, especially this many fights, eh, this many decent fights, I'll just say that. We're gonna take notice of that, right? Because we're here for the fucking sport. So, start off with Keyshawn Davis. I like Keyshawn Davis, right? I like him. He's good, very good offensively. Not sure how good he is defensively. Haven't seen him in there with a live dog that can, you know, push him back. They can punch him back. They can put him on defense, give him something to worry about. I haven't seen him fight anybody like that. You know, so in my opinion, Mr. Keyshawn Davis needs a step up. But as far as the fight last night versus, I call him Ribbit, but his name is Yigit, but it sounds like Ribbit, so I'm gonna just say Ribbit, right? But Keyshawn Davis fought against Ribbit, and it's like, who the fuck is Ribbit, right? So he beat the hell out of this guy, and by the eighth, ninth round, I mean, he's just walking him down, throwing power shots, like hooking off with both hands, like he's hands down. And I'm tired of seeing him fight guys like this. Like when you are going into fights like that and you're ending off all the fights like that. Sure, oh, it looks great, right? Highlight reel knockouts. Hey, it's awesome. But what it also does is give you a false sense of security. Now he thinks that all his fights are gonna be like, dude, you ain't stepped up yet. You have not stepped up yet. And usually Top Rank is better about throwing their guys in there with live dogs earlier than this. But I really expected to come in his next fight. We'll see. He does have Bo Mack as his trainer. Seems to be doing a pretty good job with this guy. It's just that he fights nobody, right? In my Canelo voice, like he just don't fight nobody, man. Like, and then it's not even so much that, but all the online stuff. Like online, you go after big clout online, right? You go after the big clout online, the big names. Everybody's ducking you, but then you turn around and fight guys like that, like Ribbit, right? So no, I'm not really feeling that. But hey, good win for the kid, right? Good win. He did what he's supposed to do, and on to the next one. The next one that we're gonna talk about is is Big Baby Anderson, the real quote unquote the real Big Baby versus Arias, right? Here's another fight. Like here's another guy that hang on, let's make this a little bit. Here's another guy that is like, dude, can you fight somebody? And there's plenty of heavyweights for you to fight, plenty of them. But he don't fight nobody, man. It's like every time we see him fight, it's like they find the smallest heavyweight possible for this guy to fight. Does he look like a heavyweight to you? This guy don't even look heavyweight, man. He looks like a fat cruiserweight, light heavyweight, some shit. He has no business in a ring with a prospect like this. Or maybe he does. Maybe that's where Big Baby Anderson is. Anyway, I gotta give a major yawn. Now, what happened in the fight is this guy got mauled for 3 straight rounds. He got destroyed, and it didn't look like he belonged in that ring, right? Not with him. So of course, Big Baby Anderson ran through him. He looked great doing it. It's not it's not gonna help him fighting all these little heavyweights. What happens when ain't no more little heavyweights, right? And I'm gonna tell you something, man. Right now, I know he calls himself Big Baby, the real Big Baby, but I um I kind of favor the other Big Baby. You know what I mean? I kind of favor this guy. Like if they were to fight right now, I favor this one over that one. Why? Because he's fought better competition, right? not much better, but he has fought the better competition, and he's still undefeated doing it, right? He's bigger than the other big baby, right? And his gas tank is tremendous. For a guy that size, his gas tank is damn near anomalous, right? His gas tank is phenomenal. He don't get tired. For a big guy carrying all that around, he stays on his toes. It's unbelievable, really. Yeah, I favor this big baby over the other one, right? Over the so-called real big baby. I do. Um, Next fight we're going to talk about. Yeah, I'm gonna breeze through these fights because to me they weren't really. I mean, these fights ain't. There was no mystery here. Okay, we knew the outcome of these fights going in. Most of them. Most of them. We knew the outcome of most of these fights going into them. So we have Shakur Stevenson here versus Mr. Yoshino, right? Um, Another fight. Like I said, we knew Shakur would beat this guy. We knew that there was no mystery involved here. Shakur has basically no glaring weaknesses. So in order for, I mean, that doesn't mean he can't lose a fight. He can definitely lose a fight. It just means you're gonna have to be on his level, right? If you're not on his level, you have no shot at beating him. No matter what skills, no matter what gifts you have, if you're not on a level with him, you won't win. He's too technically sound. So sure, a guy like Devin Haney, if Devin Haney fought the fight of his life, he could possibly beat Shakur Stevenson, right? Lomachenko, all these guys, they fought their absolute best. Yeah, they could probably beat Shakur, but that's what it's going to take. Anything less than their best, and he'll win. That's how good he is. Like all his physical attributes combined with the skill. Yeah, I mean that's where he is. Is he my favorite fighter? No, he's not. But I tell you one thing: him fighting like this, like he fought this guy Yoshino. I like the way he fought Yoshino. I do. Um, More of a boxer puncher approach in this fight. Not so much keeping a distance and all that stuff. I get it. I get it. When you're at those lower weights, you're struggling to make weight. You don't want to get clipped with stuff. You're not as strong. You're down there where you don't really belong. You know, so him at 135 probably feels a lot more solid. Probably feels a lot more stable, a lot more strong. So he was willing to sit in the pocket more with this guy, and looked great, man. He looked great doing it. It was almost like a Terrence Crawford impersonation. Um, Stood right there in the pocket. The guy couldn't hit him with anything super clean. I mean, he took a couple shots, but it's a boxing match, right? Nothing substantial. Nothing substantial. But he had all the answers offensively. Like the guy's just too Yoshino, just way too slow for Shakur Stevenson. Way too slow. I mean, he could basically do whatever he wanted in there. You know. Um, Kind of a yawn fest. Wasn't the most exciting fight, but at least he gave us that fifth round stoppage, right? My complaint, well, I shouldn't say complaint, but the one thing that I could say about Shakur is like, and it definitely applies to Devin Haney. See, Devin Haney would have went the distance with this guy, right? Devin Haney would have just went the distance. He would have dominated him for 12 rounds, and he would have went the distance, just won the fight at the end. Like, that's cool, but like, come on, man. Like when guys don't belong in there, you should get them out of there. Figure it out. Find a way to get them out of there. I don't think it makes you a bad fighter. I don't think it makes Devin Haney a bad fighter, or let's say David Benavidez, how he couldn't get Caleb Plant out of there. I don't think it makes them bad per se. I do think it shows that they have something to work on. That's all. We're not gonna act like one of these Canelo cocksuckers, and switch the goalposts for guys we like and don't like. So kudos to Shakur, because it looks like he did work on that, getting guys out of there. And being around, Bud can get him there. But I guess the first step was getting at his right weight. Right? Getting at the right weight. And I gotta say, I'm hearing the Haney and Shakur talk. I gotta favor Shakur in that fight, man. I do. I just gotta favor Shakur. I haven't seen I like Haney. I don't love Devin Haney style. I don't. Next fight and last fight that I want to talk about is the Towering Inferno, Sebastian Fundora versus Brian Mendoza. Um, this is probably the one fight we did not see coming. The one outcome that we did not see coming. Right? I don't think any of us saw this one coming. If as you can see, the Towering Inferno, like the guy is huge. He fights at 154 pounds, but the guy is huge. I think he's something like 6'3", some shit. Like he's punching down on these guys, right? And for a lot of fighters, that affects them. For a lot of fighters, fighting a guy that much taller, it really affects them, right? But one thing Mr. Fundora does is he does not fight to his height. You know, he's tall, but he doesn't make you climb that tree to hit him. He comes down to you. He likes to get in the phone booth and bang out with little guys. Right? See them long arms, that long arm that he got? He don't like to use it. He likes to bend his arms and punch you with bent arms and shit. You know, and as we see, that does not work out so well all the time. As we can see, it's good to use your reach sometime and keep some of these little guys away from you. Sometimes it's good, right? Because the shorter fighter, all he wants to do is get close. Like when you don't fight him long, when you don't fight him from a distance, his eyes light up. He's like, oh, now my chances of winning just went up that much more. Right? Imagine if Lennox Lewis had fought David Tua in a phone booth. Imagine if he didn't jab him in that fight. He would have got destroyed. Right? He would have gotten destroyed. This is an art and a science. And when you do stupid shit in the ring, this is what happens. Fundora got in there. He's already tall as fuck. He decided he was going to throw an uppercut from like 3 feet away. That's what he thought he was going to do. He thought he was going to throw an uppercut from 3 feet away. And all Brian Mendoza did was he stepped into a jab and hooked right off the jab. Right? Fundora's defense is shit. But it's good. It's great. I don't hate Fundora. I like Fundora because Fundora, he gives you the fights that you want to see. He will probably not be maybe he might be a champion one day, you know. But if he's not a champion at 154, I don't think he'll ever be a champion anywhere else. I don't think he'll be a champion at 160. I think he'll get destroyed. 168 and all that. Like I don't think he has the skills to go up there. You know, he can weight bully. You know, he can possibly get a championship at 154, possibly, but not anytime soon. Not anytime soon. But we don't care. Like, that's okay because he entertains us, right? Fundora, you watch him because you're gonna see some shit that you want to see in boxing. So, hey, props to both fighters, man. Both fighters went out there and fought hard. But special shout out to Brian Mendoza for getting that seventh round brutal stoppage. Awesome KO. Best one of the night. One of the best ones of the year so far. Right? Awesome. So that's all I got. If you liked the video, go ahead and hook off the jab to that like button. Peace.